Hello there, Danny H. Retro Gaming Master here. Now I have a question for you. If you're thinking of collecting video games and want to upgrade your collection to more expensive games, how can you change games like these, which sometimes can be picked up cheap, but are often, fairly expensive, and exchange them for games like these bundle, like these? How do you How do you do that? Right. Well, one way is to check out charity shops and car boot sales, and sometimes even other second-hand shops like cash converters and like cash, like some of the other ones, cash in hand, and other various names. I mean, those are the names of the ones in my area. Anyway, back to these games. You can pick these up sometimes on the cheap. Don't dismiss other second-hand shops like cash converters either, because I found the cube for 70p and traded it into CX for £7. No, sorry, 30p I found the cube for with another game, and I traded it in for £7. But over here, some of these games can go for very considerable money indeed. These are probably some of the more expensive games of my collection. Now, there are a few ways you can do that. Now, if you're thinking of starting up a collection and you may be a bit limited on money and you might not want to spend a huge amount of money to start with, the best thing to do, like I say, is to go to check out the charity shops, car boot sales. Charity shops, you'll probably get less competition, but car boot sales, you'll be looking at more competition. But charity shops, you have to be extremely lucky. Now, but you can still buy games on the cheap. Sometimes a lot of car boot sales have property clearance people who just want to get rid of items for basically a fraction of their real cost, and also families who want to be clearing out and obviously might not have much idea. Again, same with charity shops. Some of them are a bit clued up and do research on game prices, but a lot of them don't. And I've picked up games ridiculously cheap at charity shops rather, and at car boots for that matter. But what you could do, there's a few ways you can do that and get the more expensive games like this lot. What you can do is you can buy these, like I say, at the charity shops, car boots, wherever, for like £1, couple of pounds. I mean, all these games were ridiculously cheap. I mean, look at the price of Silent Hill 2, for example, and that was from cash converters. Okay, it was a few years back, but still, it shows that you can still, if you look around hard enough, you can still find these games on the cheap. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks can go for a fair bit of money. GTA 5 is also worth looking out for. San Andreas, the Crash Bandicoot games, that was £1 and that was £1. Well, that was from a car boot and that was from a charity shop. So, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2 often finds its way to charity shops, and still has reasonably good trade values. So, what you can do is you can sell these into you can put them on eBay, and resell them and make a bit of money that way, or you can see what the trading values at CEX are and trade them in and get yourself some credit. And eventually, if you build up enough, you can eventually save up and build up enough credit to buy some games like these. Now, obviously, these games at CEX and on eBay are pretty expensive. Terra Enigma, for example, is extremely rare. Probably one of the rarest games I've got. Streets of Rage 3 and Castlevania New Generation can go for a lot of money. Zelda Link to the Past is going up in value considerably. But anyway, there's a few tips for you on how to get some cheaper games. I mean, I will say one thing though. You're unlikely to find any sort of older Mega Drive, SNES, GameCube games. I'm just going to pause the video for a minute, and I'm going to get the last time that I found a really good game, a really quite expensive game at a charity shop. So bear with me 2 seconds. And there it is, Zelda Wind Waker. That was the last really cheap GameCube game that I ever found for £1. And obviously that's worth like £30–40 nowadays. Now, like I say, hopefully this gives you a few little tips on how to upgrade your collection and save up for games that are a bit more expensive. Like I say, you're unlikely to find any of these games at charity shops. I mean, you might see Zelda now and again, but it's very rare. And the charity shops will more than likely be asking quite nearly what CX will be charging for it. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Hope this gives you a few little tips and tricks on how to get some turn some cheaper games like these that you might still find fairly cheap into more expensive games like these. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.